Here again with another Shameless Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you find out you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you that are wondering, I have seen Shameless at least one time all the way through. Some episodes I've seen multiple times, but I have watched the show before, and I really like it. Now, I know towards the end, the show really drops in quality, but so far, so good. I'm actually really enjoying rewatching these episodes, and I am not looking forward to when it starts to drop off, especially in Season 10 in Season 11. But with all that in mind, this will be Shameless Season 7, Episode 6. The title of this episode is called The Defenestration of Frank. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Fiona now has an air conditioner, and she's sitting in front of it, and the cold air feels so good. Lip and Ian come into her room to chill with her, and Lip says the internship is paying him now. They just don't know it. And then they leave. Lineup time at the Gallagher homeless shelter. Carl has gotten his scholarship to military school. Now Carl's eating healthier, and Fiona can't believe it. Like, he grabs some fruit out of the refrigerator, and she's like, what the fuck? She didn't say that, but... And then Frank at the Gallagher homeless shelter, whatever he wants to call it, says minimum wage is industrial slavery. Debbie's worried that social services, or whatever it's called here, will take Franny. Sierra and Lip are getting it on. Before he left, Neil says, don't forget about anal. Sierra says Lip, no anal. And Yvonne says his first words, Grandpa. Lip makes Sierra come. Turns out she's a squirter, and she squirted all over the place. Like, you could see it all over Lip's chin. And so we have Kev, and he sees Svetlana and Yvonne get it on, and he thought that Yvonne was raping Svetlana. So Kev tells V what he saw. Trevor comes by to see Ian unannounced. I believe it was unannounced. Why does my nose bother me and my eyebrow keeps itching? I don't know. Second video I've recorded tonight, and that keeps happening. But regardless, the video must continue. Frank's selling everything that people are donating to the Gallagher homeless place. Lip and Joaquin meet up. Neil tells Fiona that Debbie's pissed at her at Patsy's Pie. Neil also tells Fiona that she has a good ass and it makes up for her small tits. I actually like Fiona's tits quite a bit. I think they're nice. For, they're not so small, at least not what I'm seeing. They're a good handful. Lip talks to the person at the internship about cybersecurity. Kev tells Svetlana about what happened he asks about what happened with her and her dad, but he doesn't really give any detailed specifics. Carl goes to ask Luther about military school. Dom tells Carl he looks good, short for Dominique. She tells him she tells him that he didn't deserve what she did, kisses him and says, I'll miss you. Edna, the lady at the laundromat, the old lady, her cat Singletary, probably named after the former Chicago Bears legend, was found over the Patsy's, and so Fiona brings Singletary back to the laundromat, and Fiona tells Edna she's going to buy the laundromat, and Edna will be able to keep her apartment. Neil tells Sierra, says that Sierra thinks Debbie's only with Neil for his money. I mean, disability checks aren't that much. They're not anything, so he's probably not making that much, but I guess it's more than what Debbie's making right now. And then Neil says that they're engaged. So remember, Neil just says what's on his mind. He has no filter. It's part of some brain damage or something like that. And then New Lip asks Frank, where does all the money go? And Frank has a surprise for everybody. White Castle instead of soup. Frank has a stash of money and other things in his room with like top shelf food and liquor. And Lip asks Sierra about their relationship. Lip doesn't really want to make things more serious, and Sierra has him leave. Lip and Ian inform Fiona of Debbie getting engaged. Debbie goes to see Frank about getting married. Frank doesn't consent to this union. V and Kev both find Svetlana and Yvonne fucking, but Svetlana is openly participating in it, so they thought she was being taken advantage of, but she's not. Fiona supports Debbie's decision to get married, and Debbie can't believe it, and she actually hugs Fiona, which is nice. The feds got the internship, so it's over with. They got a hold of everything. There's no new location. That's it for the internship. So Lip is going to have to go to another plan. Carl tells Luther he's not going to military school and that he's getting back together with Dom. And then Luther says, get in the damn car. He's not going to hurt him. And we have Ian at a scene to pick up a hurt person. Edna signs the paperwork to sell the laundromat for $80,000, even though it was talked about $100,000, but Fiona could only get $80,000, but she was okay with that. Or the lights are on and nobody's home. Mariana was the victim that Ian had picked up, and unfortunately for Mariana, when she's in the ambulance, she does die. Flatline right in front of Ian. That doesn't make him too happy. Carl finds out that Dom is with another guy again. Lip wants to pretend the last 24 hours didn't happen with Sierra, and Sierra says that you've been a dick. Fuck, fun and casual is what they want. So they make up. She's off at 9, and Lip needs to bring his tongue. And that, and they'll have some fun. Frank goes back to the Gallagher house to get a shovel, and Carl and him kind of get into it, verbally, of course. We find out that Yvonne is Svetlana's husband, not her father. Fiona tells Lip that she bought the laundromat across the street and tells him that she had to put the house up for collateral, but she's going to pay it. And Lip says she's making a big mistake. Like, this is our house, not your house. You know, the new Gallagher finds, because when Debbie came over to talk to Frank, the new Lip was in the bathroom cleaning the toilet, and he overheard some things that Frank and Debbie were saying. So they have found, even his woman, the new Monica, his stash. Well, it wasn't hard to find. See, this is not like Frank. Frank would have put the stash, like buried it underground or something like that. But he just put it like behind a lock. So they find it out, and then they throw Frank out of the homeless shelter, or the Gallagher homeless place, whatever you want to call it. No going away party for Carl, but he's not even sure he's going. Fiona says Gallagher's don't back down from a challenge. Ian is very upset about the woman dying in front of him, Mariana. So he goes to see Trevor. Neither Ian nor Trevor want to get fucked in the ass. They start laughing. Frank goes to lay down on the bench after getting thrown out of the Gallagher homeless shelter and just goes to sleep. Carl gets back on the bus for military school as everybody's there waiting for him to go on the bus. Fiona is proud of Carl, and Carl says he's going to come back a man. Lip says it's not too late. You can still back out of that loan, he tells Fiona after Carl leaves. And then we have a mid-credits scene. Fresh meat. Carl was going to get hazed, and Carl beats the crap out of one of the guys that were going to haze him, and the rest scatter, ending this episode of Shameless. So I really liked it. It's not perfect, but I'm enjoying these episodes of Shameless probably more than anything that I'm covering on the channel right now, other than my UFC fight reactions. So I'm going to give the episode an 8.5 out of 10, and my female character of the episode is going to be Fiona, because she's making things happen. She now owns the laundromat. We'll see what happens with that. I remember a little bit about it, but it's kind of cloudy in my mind, or my head, I should say. And then our male character of the episode is going to be Carl, because Carl's been really good. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, it would be greatly appreciated. And Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? Or if you just want to do one character in general, that's quite fine. Click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.